Okay, so we're going to go over our notes that we are actually doing today in class 228, 2017. Just in case you miss them, they'll be posted up for as long as you need them. Alright, so we're going to look at anatomy of a quadratic function. So if we were to look, this is what it looks like on our notebook. Okay, anatomy of a quadratic function. It's on page 32, today's date 228. Alright, so we have a quadratic function. That's what it looks like. Here's our x-axis, or our y-axis. Here's our x-axis. Okay, and this gray loop is our hump, is our quadratic function. Of course, it would continue going down in this direction and continue going down in this direction for infinity, but we don't really need any of those. We just need what's in this part. These are our major points of our graph. Okay, so the first thing we want to point out is our vertex, okay? A vertex is the turning point. So if you look, we're traveling up, and then we get to this point and we start to travel down. So if I had a ball on this and it was a hill, you would have to push the ball up until you got to this point right here, and it would sit still. And then if you give it one more nudge, it would fall on its own down, okay? So this point right here is our vertex. Okay, vertex means changing point. It's literally the point of change. So increase, there, decrease. Okay, now there's a special line that moves right through the vertex. So if we put our ruler down and we draw a dashed line, always a dashed line, it's an imaginary line. Okay, that's why it's dashed for us for this. Okay. So this line right here that goes right through the vertex, a nice vertical line through the vertex, this is called our axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry. Okay, so there's our axis of symmetry right there. Nice, beautiful line. Okay. Now we have a couple of points on our graph that are also important to us. The first thing are x-intercepts, okay? So we have one here for this graph at -2, and then we have another one at +6, okay? They are x-intercepts. But they are also our roots and solutions, okay? So they're the roots of our problem and the solutions to our quadratic, which we've worked on, all right? And we're going to go back over as we go through this process. Also over here, x-intercept, roots, solutions, okay? So for this one, we do have two x-intercepts. Sometimes we have two, sometimes we have none. We might have one on rare occasions. Okay. The last thing that we need to talk about on this, on our graphs, is the other intersection that we could possibly have, and that is a y-intercept. And this y-intercept is right here. Okay. So these points, our roots, our y-intercept, our vertex, and our axis of symmetry are what we need to graph a quadratic function correctly. So we're going to look at different ways of how to actually come up with these points and then be able to graph when our problem's given to us in different forms. All right, that'll be on the next video. But this is anatomy of a quadratic function on page 32 in your notebook.